What if I told you there wasn't one Islam in medieval India, but many? Travel just a few hundred miles and everything changed, from the mountains of Kashmir to the ports of Gujarat. High in the secluded valley of Kashmir, an independent spiritual world existed long before any Muslim army or royal court arrived. This mountain kingdom was bypassed by the early conquests on the plains. Instead, Islam first entered through a single traveler. In the early 1300s, a mystic named Bulbul Shah crossed the mountain passes. He did not bring weapons, but a message of hospitality. He quickly drew the attention of the local Buddhist ruler, Rinchen, who decided to convert. This royal choice suddenly made Islam politically visible in the highlands. To cement this new faith, Bulbul Shah established Srinagar's very first community kitchen and monastery, proving that shared meals and open doors could change a kingdom. But a royal conversion was not enough to change the daily life of the valley. The real transformation began when a Persian scholar named Mir Sayyid Ali Hamadani arrived with 700 followers in the late 1300s. These newcomers were not just theologians. They were master woodworkers, papermakers, and weavers. They brought the technical secrets of spinning ultra-soft pashmina wool and molding papier-mâché, setting up workshops directly inside their new spiritual spaces. The grandest of these was the Khanqa-e-Mulla, a wooden shrine built on the Jhelum River in 1395. By the 1400s, rulers like Sultan Zain-ul-Abidin patronized these crafts, allowing Hindus and Muslims to work side by side in state-supported guilds. Through shared labor and local wood carving styles, Islam became permanently bound to the daily economy of Kashmir. Far to the south, across the flat plains of northern India, a different kind of Islamic society was taking shape in stone. When the authority of the Delhi Sultanate cracked in the late 1300s, a new dynasty called the Sharqi Sultanate rose to take its place. Its capital was Jaunpur. To prove his court was just as grand and legitimate as Delhi, Sultan Ibrahim Shah Sharqi began a massive building campaign. In 1408, he completed the Atala Masjid. Unlike Kashmir's wooden shrines, this monument was built of heavy sandstone, dominated by a towering gateway arch. This stone empire grew not through remote mountain retreats, but through urban academies and mosques. Yet, these massive courts soon became battlegrounds for a fierce competition that would reshape the region's intellectual life. This fierce intellectual rivalry spilled from stone courtyards directly into the classrooms and city streets of Jaunpur. Inside the city's famous madrasas, education was not just about memorizing scriptures. Students debated law, logic, and mathematics, preparing to run a growing empire. But the real surprise lay in how people spoke. The elite used Persian for state business and Arabic for religious studies, but in the bustling markets, a common language was born. This public speech, a precursor to modern Hindi and Urdu, allowed Muslim merchants and Hindu priests to trade, converse, and build a shared life. In these shared spaces, Islam became a living part of daily society. Far from the quiet mountain passes of Kashmir or the landlocked courts of Jaunpur, the western coast of Gujarat became a gateway to a massive global network. Islam in this region grew through constant circulation rather than isolation, carried along busy maritime routes to coastal ports like Kambat, Surat, and Diu. These harbors functioned as open doors, linking the subcontinent directly to the Persian Gulf, the Arabian Peninsula, and East Africa. With every incoming tide, ships delivered spices, silk, foreign ideas, and travelers from distant shores. This constant movement of people and goods created a highly cosmopolitan Muslim society, one defined by international commerce rather than royal rivalries or remote retreats. This mercantile wealth did not just stay on the ships, it built cities. When Sultan Ahmed Shah I founded Ahmedabad, he invited merchants to settle, trade, and build. But these traders were more than business owners. They were the main organizers of city life. Using the WAQF system, wealthy families donated portions of their profits to fund local mosques, schools, and public waterworks. These private gifts turned commercial success into permanent community spaces, ensuring that trade and faith grew together. Because these merchants constantly interacted with travelers from distant ports, Gujarat's religious life remained tied to the wider Islamic world. But if these regions showed how Islam adapted in northern and western India, the next chapter would take us to three kingdoms where politics, trade, and Sufis created something even more unique: Malwa, Bengal, and the Deccan. Today, this diverse heritage shows there was never just one path. But if these regions showed how Islam adapted in northern and western India, the next chapter would take us to three kingdoms, where politics, trade, and Sufis created something even more unique: Malwa, Bengal, and the Deccan.